Greetings, citizens of the internet. I'm Static Buzz, and I'm going to reboot a series that I started a long time ago, and I kind of stopped doing it. But now that I've learned a lot more about YouTube and whatnot, I'm going to go ahead and reboot it, like I said. And this series is going to be called Buzzworthy. And what it's going to be is it's going to be me going over the news of the last week so that you guys can get caught up. And that's what it's going to be. And hopefully you guys enjoy it. If you guys have any comments on how I can improve it, change it to give you guys content that you guys want to see, then go ahead and put that down in the comments. If I am incorrect with anything that I'm going over, then please put that down in the comments so that people have the accurate information they need down there, because that's what this is about. This is about sharing information and getting information out there about what we love the most, video games, right? So without further ado, let's jump into this. The first bit of news we have today is gonna be this video, and I'm gonna go ahead and do that without my face. So yes, it looks like G4 TV might be coming back. It's hard to say exactly what this means because all it was a tweet. I don't know if this Twitter channel was here before or if it went away or whatnot, but they have a G4 TV Twitter channel now. They tweeted out, "We never stop playing," with that video, and that's what we have right now. So a lot of people are assuming that G4 TV is coming back. And, well, we can only hope, right? So, yeah, there's hopefully some gaming channel coming our way in the near future. Is it 2021? That's the near future as of now because we're 4 months to the end of the year. So, there we have it. All right, on to the next bit of news, which is another video. So, let's go ahead and do that one full screen as well. Oh, I guess we are still full screen. Never mind. I actually haven't seen this yet.
Stuffing away. What does the cup have to say? I wanna play. Gather round, hear what I have to say. Happy news I bring to you today. Oh yes, it's here on the PlayStation, dear. Don't you wanna have a hoot? I do. So come with me, we'll work assiduously. Now hear this. It's outright. Now. Oh, yeah.
Yes, they dropped PlayStation's version of Cuphead without anybody knowing ahead of time. Well, I'm sure the teams that were working on it knew, but like nobody was aware this was going to happen on July 28th. So if you're a fan of Cuphead or just a fan of side scrollers and you're on PlayStation, you want to play it, now you can. So feel free on getting out there and checking it out. So, all right, anyways, on to the next bit, which is that on August 5th, Fantasy Star Online is coming Fantasy Star Online 2 is coming to Steam, and they have a video as well. This one's actually for episode 4, which everybody's going to get, but when it launches on Steam, it's going to have episode 4 for it. So PSO 2 is now going to be on Steam, and I wonder if you get cross saves and play and all that stuff. I haven't investigated that yet. So it's going to be on Steam on, like I said, August 5th is the date. So if you guys are a fan of MMORPGs and you want to give Phantasy Star Online 2 a try, it's a pretty good game. I've played quite a bit of it, and it's a lot of fun. It's another one of those games where you only need one character. You can play all the classes for on that character. You can play all the classes on that one character. It's pretty intense, all the things you can do in that game. They have live concerts in there in the game. It's on it's like a holographic type of concert where the performer's on a stage and everybody gathers around. It gets pretty crazy, pretty hectic. So it's free to play, so there's no reason for you not to check it out. So go ahead and check it out. Another announcement that we've had over the last week was Atelier Riza 2, Lost Legends, and the Secret Fairy. Go ahead and play that video for you. So, oh, there's more. Thought it was over. All right, so you can pick it up already on Steam and PlayStation 4, and it's also coming to Switch. I don't know if you can pick it up yet there. They have a site for it that they recently revamped. It's got a lot of information on it. It's a pretty nice site, showing you some of the features and stuff, swimming and whatnot. I don't know if you could do this in the first game. I know that this is a series, but there was an Atelier Riza. The first one was like the secret room, hidden room, something. I don't remember what it's called, but I actually have not played in the Atelier games, so I'm interested in them, but I don't know if I would have an audience for it. So if you guys would like to see me play this, then let me know and I will cover it. But for now, it's just something that I'm watching, keeping an eye on. You can see that it's got a lot of stuff to it. These are pretty in-depth games from what I've seen. And there you go. It's got PS4, Switch. Down here it says Steam. No date yet, just the window, winter. Alchemy RPG. So I wonder if, since this is coming out of winter, if this is going to be supported on PS5 or not. Hard to say, hard to say. All right, now this next one I'm pretty excited for because I think this is a good step for this series coming to the Xbox. It's not quite there yet, but it's close. So Disgaea 4 Complete is coming to Steam and Xbox Game Pass this fall. We don't have a date yet, but it's coming to Xbox Game Pass for PC. So if you have the Xbox Ultimate Game Pass, or Game Pass Ultimate, whatever they call it, the one where you get the PC with it, which I do, then you can play this as part of that service. So this is a series that I love, Disgaea. And the characters and the story for Disgaea 4 are my favorite among all the series. It's not my favorite Disgaea game, but it's my favorite story and characters of the series. The Disgaea 5 is my favorite Disgaea game because of all the features and everything it has, and the character and the story just a notch below what this one, in my opinion. But you can go to NIS America. You can check out all the stuff that's coming over. It's pretty much what was in the game when it released on PS3, PS4. So if you guys are interested, then check it out. It's a tactical strategy RPG game, and it's one of my favorite series. So yeah, on to the next article. So in August, on August 12th, Final Fantasy XIV is going to have the Moonfire Fair Summer Shark Blowout. So from Wednesday, August 12th at 1 a.m. to Wednesday, August 26th at 7:59 a.m., they're going to have this, and there's going to be things you can collect and get with it. Looks like there's a pretty cool, is that a mount? I don't even know what that is. Maybe that's not a mount. Maybe that's just a event thing. But it says event items, so if that's a mount, that's a pretty crazy mount. Yeah, it's an item. It's a water bomb stand outdoor furnishing. So it's for your house. All right, it's not a mount. It's for your house, but still kind of crazy. So anyways, you could check that out on August 12th if you're a Final Fantasy XIV online player. Also, another thing that I'm excited for coming in August is patch 5.3, and we'll go ahead and watch a quick little video on that here. I really need to set this up on my Stream Deck.
Yours is a long road, my friend.
Another star shout. Wait, is that?
And there may come a day when you forget the faces and voices of those you have met along the way. alone.
Having drawn your strength from such a cacophony of voices, can you truly be sure you still speak with your own?
No. I won't let you go alone. Not this time. The joy you have known. The pain you have felt. The prayers you have whispered and answered.
Come, warrior of darkness. Let us finish this.
They shall ever be your strength and your comfort. When all is said and done, I would ask a favor of you.
So I might have the date wrong on this, but I believe that it comes out on August 11th where they're going to have this patch come out. And that'll be very, very interesting. I'm going to be covering it on the channel because they're redoing the main story. There's a lot of complaints that the main story was too long and people wanted a quicker way to get to the end game because you have to progress through the main story to participate in, well, shouldn't say that. Yeah, I guess you do. You have to complete the main story to a certain point to even go to the new areas. So people were complaining that it took too long to go from 0 to 70. I forget the max level. I think it's 80, 70. One of those two. I played too many games. So they were complaining that it was taking too long to get to the end game content, which started at level 60 if the end is the max is at 70. So what they're doing is they're shortening the main story from 0 to 60, I believe. And that's what I'll be covering. I'll be covering the main story. I'll also be going in and doing job-specific videos. So I'll show you all the different quests for each job. And I'll be doing a lot of videos when 5.3 comes out on this because I'm excited to see what they've changed and go through it all. And yeah, I'll be doing that. So if you guys want to see that, look forward to it on the channel, and we will go to the next story. Sekiro. So Sekiro Shadows Die Twice is actually going to be getting some DLC. And I know it's like a year after it's been released, but it's going to be getting some DLC, and it's going to be, I believe, free. I don't think it's going to be, there's going to be a cost associated with it. It's going to have new outfits. It's going to have old and new tests for the one-armed wolf. It's going to have reflections of strength. So basically what this is it's you get the rematch against previous bosses that you've beat and basically practice against them so that you can do speed runs and stuff like that, or no-hit runs, or whatever people like to do when it comes to these kind of games. I like Sekiro. I played a lot of it. I haven't beat it yet. And it's really, really tough after a certain point, but I plan on getting back to it and trying to beat it. So many games out right now, though. So new outfits, recording for recovery whenever you're a new player ready to experience first time or gear fast-paced challenge once more. Expect a brand new player movement and text recording system that can aid you and your fellow wolves on your journey. Oh, that's right. They're adding multiplayer is also, I believe, part of it. I didn't see that in here, but I'm pretty sure they're adding some kind of multiplayer. Maybe it's just seeing other people's ghosts. So maybe not like active multiplayer. That's what this might be here, where we're seeing like how another person beat the game and what they did. I don't know how that's all going to work, but yeah, it should be pretty exciting for Sekiro fans. And we've only got a couple months to wait, October, so 2 months. It's at the end of the month, so I might as well say 3 months, but you get the idea. So yeah, on to the next story. Let's see here. Horizon Zero Dawn. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is they published the minimum and recommended specs for PC and the Steam version, which comes out on the 7th of August, so we're 4 days away from it and by the time you guys see this video. So it doesn't look too bad for the minimum. Core i5, 8 gigs of RAM, a NVIDIA GeForce GTX 780, or an AMD Radeon 9 290. I don't know how good the graphics will be with that, but they're recommending a GeForce GTX 1060 or an AMD Radeon RX 580. And hopefully you have 16 gigs of RAM on your computer. If you don't get that, it's only going to help you. But it's got an i7 4770K. So nothing too spectacular there, and you should be able to beat the recommended specs pretty easy. I don't know how this compares to Death Stranding, which uses the same engine and what their specs were, but yeah, it's pretty exciting to see that people on PC are finally going to get to play Horizon Zero Dawn. They've been playing Death Stranding and liking it. It's been getting good reviews on Steam. I'm hoping that Horizon Zero Dawn sells well and also gets good reviews. I'm not going to buy it on PC. I've already played it on the PS4 Pro. Beat the game. There's no need to go back. There's too many new games out there. But if you're a PC player and you want a good open world game, this one is a really good one. It's got a nice story to it, and the serial, that's the word I'm coming out. The next version, the next in the series is coming out later in the year, so you can get caught up. I don't know if it's coming to PC right away, but I know it's coming to PlayStation 5, 4 when it comes out. So there we go on that one. All right, this one is pretty much just an interesting game that I saw for anybody who might be a Pokemon fan. This looks kind of interesting to me. It's a brand new RPG adventure, they say. So it's coming August 28th on, you see all the platforms below: Switch, PS4, Xbox One, Steam. Depending on the price, I might actually get this and check this out. It looked like it had some crafting in it, some gathering stuff that you don't really have in Pokemon, but also it had like the monster collecting aspect to it. It looked like. Hard to say. I might get this. I'm going to definitely follow up on it and see what else I could find out about it. But it's Nexomon Extinction, a brand new RPG adventure. So it looked interesting. I hadn't seen anybody cover it before. I hadn't seen it anywhere. I just ran across the video and figured I would share it here. So if that looks interesting to you, August 28th, check it out. All right, so Red Dead Redemption released on July 28th, an update patch 1.20, and they're going to have 7 new legendary animal species and whatnot, but they have a video on it, so let's just go ahead and go to that, and we'll play that, because that's more interesting than having me read the patch notes.
I've been in the field now for 3 years, studying the hidden interconnections between animals of all species, including the locations of some truly impressive varieties.
While you're camped out in the woods, the rest of us are doing some real work. What about you there? You a hunter?
Let's learn from nature, not destroy it.
Survival of the fittest.
How do you sleep at night?
On the tiger bedspread, my dear.
All right, and there you have it. It showed you a lot of the new animals that are coming. They're going to have 7 new legendary animal species: cougar, fox, boar, beaver, wolf, bison, and elk. They're going to have 2 new naturalists. Sorry, I don't know why that was hard for me to say. Naturalists and naturalist role related to free roam events have been added to Dreaded and become available via invites as you progress through the naturalist role. So they're adding a new role, and those are always interesting for people who really enjoy the Red Dead Redemption 2 online. I'm not a fan because I don't have friends to play with. I should say I don't have friends to play with. I don't have friends that play that so that I can come up with a posse, and it's really hard to solo in that. So if they were to ever make it where it's easier to solo in that game than online, then I would definitely do that. The base game with the story, that was awesome. I love that. That was very good. All right, on to this tweet that we have. This one I found very interesting, and it's they're confirming it here. It was a rumor. So they're talking about Halo Infinite. Halo is for everyone. We can confirm #Halo Infinite multiplayer will be free to play and will support 120 frames per second on Xbox Series X. More details will be shared later. The main part about that is you can play Halo multiplayer, Halo Infinite multiplayer for free. So if you have no interest in the campaign and you just want to play the multiplayer, you don't have to worry about it. You can just go right in and play the multiplayer. I myself, I like the campaign probably more than the multiplayer. Even the multiplayer can be fun, especially when if they still have the, what do they call that when you can make your own maps and everything? Can't remember. Somebody remind me in the chat, in the comments. On to the next story. So, Anthem is back in the news. Yes, Anthem is back in the news. They are still working on getting Anthem where it's at a state where people will want to play it. I think this is a good first move, so let's go over. I don't know if it's a good first move. It's a good move. I don't know if this should have been their first move, but we'll go over that. So anyways, what they're talking about here is they're talking about a satisfying loot experience. So they're talking about respecting your time, increasing the frequency of loot drops. Loot is more visible. Items will be more competitive, and they'll be better for you and what you're playing. You can pursue specific loot without relying on randomness alone through quests, specialized vendors, unique loot tables. You can modify your loot, including re-rolling inscriptions and leveling up items. That's interesting. They're leveling up items. That's pretty interesting. They kind of give you an idea of who to talk to make that happen. It's not out yet. They're working on it. So you can also create a rewarding loot experience through... They kind of have this video here that shows how it's supposed to work moving forward. Boom. More of a loot pinata type of deal. People really enjoy that. I really enjoy that. Now, if the loot's a bunch of garbage, though, it's not gonna help you at all. So that is maybe part of the problem. But they're saying that it's going to be more tailored to you and what you're playing, probably based on your rig and whatnot. So this is a good step. I don't know if it's the best first step. I should say it's a first step. They've been making a lot of progress and trying to do things. What I think they should have focused on is the moment-to-moment gameplay in this. That's like the first thing for any game should focus on is moment-to-moment gameplay, and they kind of need to tweak that quite a bit. I think some of the things they need to do in Anthem, from my play experience with it, is first off, when you're not in combat, you should be able to fly indefinitely. When you're in combat, they don't want you to fly indefinitely because it gives you a serious advantage, but you're in a mech suit that flies. You should be able to fly around more. I think that's the first thing they should do. They should make the open world that's out there more engaging instead of just going out and going to the mission you're on and coming back, do another mission, or starting another mission. Even in the open world, you start another mission and go to it. There should be more things to do in the open world. Now, granted, I haven't played in a long time, so maybe some of these things have been fixed. I don't know. If you're an Anthem player, let us know. Is it worth going back when they fix this? I don't know. I'll probably try it. We will see. How about this? I will try it when this gets implemented, even though they don't say when, and I will do a video on it, and I will let you guys know how it is. All right, we have some Call of Duty news through a video. We'll go ahead and play that for you guys.
We are soldiers, each our own force. Join the Armistice. Join the Armistice Alliance. Stand up for your brothers.
He was right until that treaty collapsed and chaos set in. Now we got friends on the ground who need professionals to get the job done right. Shadow Company has actionable intel and the best warfighters money can buy. So I ask you, who do you want to be? And who do you want on your team? Join us.
So August 5th, Season 5 starts up for Call of Duty Modern Warfare and Warzone. So if you're still playing it and still enjoying it, look forward to that. I'm sure they're going to have more cosmetics and all that kind of good stuff. Now on to some EA news. And actually this is kind of some Sega/EA. So Sega's Sonic Mania and more coming to Origin Access Premier. Origin Access Premier is a service you pay for that gives you games to play similar to PlayStation Now and Xbox Game Pass and all that. The only thing that is different is they don't really give you free games from what I remember. Origin used to give free games out, but I haven't seen them do that in quite a while. So anyway, Supersonic news, Sega fans, Sonic Mania is now available for all Origin Access Premier members. Get your heart racing when you go explosively fast as Sonic, soars, Tails, or power through tough obstacles with Knuckles' brute strength. With an exciting new twist on the classic zones, you can relive your favorite Sonic moments while fighting new bosses and Dr. Eggman's evil robot army. So also there's going to be, the other games that are going to be coming are 2 Point Hospital, Endless Legends, and they have plans to bring much more to it. You can kind of get an idea what they're saying here. So Origin is now, the Origin Access Premier is actually branching out and bringing other publishers into the service. I wonder if that's going to make it more viable or not. That should be interesting if they start adding more. We'll have to keep an eye on that and see what they do. Alright, so now on to an Epic Game Store tweet. Certain games on the Epic Game Store may begin to display achievements as you unlock them. This is an early version of the feature and you can expect to see changes and adjustments. We have more info to share on achievements in the future. So they have a little video here. Let's go ahead and expand that. I don't think there's any sound on it. There's not. But you kind of get the idea. It's blurry. It's low res. So they have achievements off on the side. It's about time, but you know, even Steam didn't have achievements when it first came out. They're also working on mod support. That's in beta right now. So they're moving forward, trying to get their service up to where the current modern services are, like Steam. I don't think Origin has achievements or even mod support. So I don't know why everybody only gives Epic Game Store a hard time. They should be giving Origin a hard time too, but I digress. On to some Dauntless news. On July 30th, they put out a patch, and that patch has a new Ramsgate. So the Ramsgate has been reborn. It's been changed. It's not going to look the same as it did before. Sword, the skill swords used has been, I'll just read it. Sword rework. The sword has been completely reforged with new moves, new modes, and all new Valor system. With adaptable combos that let you dash, slash, throw projectiles, and drop damaging AoE, this weapon can take on just about anything. They've also got a new hunt pass called Clear Skies. They've done lots of other changes on creatures, the behemoths. So if you're interested in all that, you should go to their Dauntless site and check that out. But anyways, patch 1.3.3 is out there for you Dauntless fans. All right. Yeah, I'm not going to read this one. It's a Squadron 42 roadmap update. Not really all that interesting because they're not really talking about a lot in here other than they're trying to redefine what the roadmap's supposed to look like type of thing. All right, so this one I found interesting for those people that try to get cheaper games by using VPN to say they're in other countries and whatnot. First off, I didn't realize that Steam had different pricing for different countries. Well, I guess that, in the country's currency, I understand, but if it's $50 and then over in another country it's $55, I think that's kind of wrong. But what am I to, who am I to judge? I don't know how all these things work when it comes to cross-country global financing games and getting them out there, because I'm sure there's taxes and stuff. Like, I know Canadians pay a lot more for their games and whatnot because of taxes and stuff. So, but anyway, Steam's regional pricing system typically offers games for cheaper prices in areas with poorer economy. Some users have taken advantage of this fact and use VPNs to hide their location and purchase games at an often substantially discount. Anyways, just so you guys know, this is on PC Games website, so it's pcgamesn.com. You guys can go there and check out the full article. So the way that they're changing it is going to make it where it's going to be more difficult to get those cheaper prices by using VPN. Basically, in a nutshell, is what it's saying. So if you're one of those people that uses VPN on Steam to get cheaper prices, be aware that you might have more difficulty with that moving forward. All right, now we're going to move on to the, what do I want to call this? The Ultraverse, the gaming Ultraverse? I don't know. It's gaming news that's not full gaming. So, Splinter Cell anime series from John Wick writer Derek Kolstad set as Netflix exclusive. That should be as, not at. This is on Variety. Variety wrote that Netflix and Ubisoft have teamed up for an anime series adaptation of the video game series Splinter Cell, Variety has learned. So, we already said Derek Kolstad, known for John Wick. He's going to be writing for it. So, this should be interesting. I don't know how long we're going to have to wait for it. The series has received a 2-season, 16-episode order at the streaming service. So we're going to get at least 2 seasons of it. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully it gets more than that because it is good, but we'll have to wait and see. So if you're a fan of Splinter Cell or maybe even just John Wick, then this should be pretty good. I don't know how he's going to adapt from a run-and-gun John Wick to a stealthy type in Splinter Cell. That's Sam Fisher has never been the run-and-gun type. So we'll have to wait and see. And more on the Ultraverse. So, Lauren S. Hishrich, I hope I'm saying that name right. If not, sorry, Lauren. This has been the toughest secret to keep. I've always wanted to dive deeper into the myth and lore of the continent, and now fans will have a chance to explore it with at Declan. I don't know. How do you say that? How do you break that up? In a prequel series, The Witcher Blood Origin, Elves and Enemies, and the End, oh my. So basically what this is a prequel to Netflix series that was out. So 1,200 years before Geralt of Rivia, the worlds of monsters, men, and elves merged into one, and the first Witcher came to be. Announcing The Witcher Blood Origin, a 6-part live-action The Witcher spin-off series from Declan de Barra. There we go. That's how you say it. And Lauren Smith Hisrich. And sorry if I butchered any of your names. I do the best I can with what I got. So this should be interesting. I really liked the Witcher series. I know that people were divided on it. Some people really liked it. Some people didn't because they thought it was based off the game when it was really more based off the written series, the books. But being able to go back to the first Witcher, I think that will be very, very, very interesting. So hopefully they do a good job and whatnot. See, like I said, divided. The Witcher was not good. I liked The Witcher. I understood that it wasn't like the greatest series, but I still enjoyed it. I thought it was good. All right, on to our free games and games you get with your services. We're going to run this at the end of every one of these episodes. We're going to go over the free games you get from, say, Epic Game Store. Right now, you can get 20XX, which is a side-scrolling game. You can get Barony, which I am not sure what that game is about. Super Brothers, Sword and Sorcery EP. I think that's kind of like an adventure type game, 16-bit adventure type game, but I'm not sure. And a Wilmot's Warehouse is coming up on August 6th through August 13th. So you can get these other ones up until August 6th, so go get them now. Even if you don't plan on playing them, just add them to your library. You can play them later. It's always good. This is the Epic Game Store. Always giving out those free games. All right, Games with Gold. So if you're a Games with Gold service member, you're going to get, on August 1st, you're going to get Portal Knights for the Xbox One. You're going to get MX Unleashed that came out on the Xbox. The Xbox, the original Xbox. It's backwards compatible, so it'll play on the Xbox One. On August 16th, you're going to get Override Mech City Brawl. And you're going to get the Xbox game Red Faction 2. And both of those, well, why do they have different, why is this September 15th, August 31st? I don't know how they do their date range. So Portal Knights is August 1st through August 31st. MX Unleashed is August 1st through August 15th. Override Mech City Brawl is August 16th through September 15th. And Red Faction 2 you can get from August 16th to August 31st. So go get them. On to our PlayStation Now. Or sorry, not PlayStation Now. PlayStation Plus games for August. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. The remastered version of the campaign. Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout, which I have no idea what that game's about. I guess we got a video here. Let's might as well check it out, right? Let's go full screenios. Oh, what the heck is this? Dress up! You're Fall Guy. What is it? Try to last longer than everybody else? Battle dozens of online... Oh, these are all online players? That's crazy. Yeah, it doesn't look like really my kind of game, but if a group of people wanted to play it with me, I would definitely play it. It looks like it'd be fun to jump on chat and just laugh and goof on everybody. Alright, so that is Fall Guy, which you could get now on PlayStation Plus, and we all know what Modern Warfare 2 is, the campaign remastered. So if you're fans of either of those, go get them. Add them to your collection at least. So all right, this is the first reboot version of Buzzworthy. Hope you guys enjoyed it. It wasn't as clean as I'd like it to be. I'm still trying to sort out how I want to do everything. Once I get everything sorted out, it's going to be a lot better show. I mean, even the overlays I have aren't perfect right now. I had to adjust them mid-show. So as we progress, we'll get better. If you guys want to see certain content in here that you think fits the theme of what the show is, go ahead and let me know in the comments. I hope you guys enjoyed the first episode for the reboot. We'll call this Buzzworthy V2 episode 1, and we'll move on from there. So until next episode video, take care. Bye-bye now. Static Buzz out. I guess the real question is, do I want to go back and play Modern Warfare 2's campaign? Got too many other games I'm working on right now.